Breaking news. I have a lot of news about Disney recently, and this is really going to surprise you. It's Colin Jang, and today I'll be doing my media news update on Disney and going over the current news in Disney and trying to connect some of the topics to our class concepts. So first, I just want to do a quick introduction about the company. The official name is the Walt Disney Company. It's a US-based multinational media and entertainment company. Products including movies, TV shows. They even include like channels like ABC or ESPN, like sports, TV channels, of course, theme parks like the one in Orlando, LA, Hong Kong as such, cruises, musical theater like the ones in Broadway. They just opened like the Hercules one. Streaming platform, of course, with Disney Plus and merchandising toys and such as well. So some of the great IPs that they have, brands are Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars, National Geographic when they purchased the Fox entertainment company. Disney's strategy of presenting media. This is our first topic that I want to cover. This is a article from Variety, and this kind of focus on the great focus on growing the streaming platform of Disney Plus and Hulu. For example, Q4 2024, Disney Plus and Hulu had a profit of $293 million dollars on a revenue of $6 billion dollars. This is a great increase. It was a 9% increase. And this profit growth is due to the price increase of the streaming platform. So in actuality, the subscriber count actually wasn't as great as they wanted to, but it was the price increase of the monthly fees that they had the most success in and overall drove the numbers. Total subscriber count is 124.6 million dollars, and this actually breaks down into 67 million international and 56.8 domestic. And this kind of shows Disney's like globalization as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later. This first of all fits into our topic of digitalization because it fits into the definition of broad culture and economic shift towards integrating digital technology in everyday life. Disney Plus and Hulu, you're able to see it in the subway, on the train, on the airplane by just your tablet or your phone. So it really is integrated in our daily life. At the same time, Disney's moving away from traditional media like Blu-ray. So it seems like article by Tech Radar said that Disney's really getting out of the physical media market, not even producing any Blu-rays or DVDs, letting Sony actually take control of all its like distribution and sales. And this is because physical media sales have declined 25% in 2023. So I do think this is a really interesting trend that they're going more towards digitalization. While Blu-ray discs and DVDs are still part of digital media, it's probably a legacy digital media, if I have to be a little bit more specific. So Disney is social media. This is a really cool example of participatory culture, which is a culture with relatively low barriers to artistic expression and civic engagement, strong support for creating and sharing one's creations. So this is really reminiscent of like TikTok challenges or like K-pop dance challenges where even individual people upload their own versions and covers. So this is like example is like a viral Instagram and TikTok video of a couple and a 1-year-old singing to Disney classic songs like Beauty and the Beast. The lady was actually a pretty good singer. And this was not intended to be famous as the couple just wanted to have fun during the car ride. But this was a really smash hit on Instagram and it inspired a lot of other families to really try this out. The next one is that Disney is in a legal battle right now. So right now, Disney, along with Fox and Warner Brothers, are trying to combine their streaming platforms for sports like ESPN and like uh, I guess like the Warner Bros. Version of it into a really bigger product package. But there's like Fubo TV, a company that does sporting television streaming as well. And this is a little bit of a smaller company, but it has now sued Disney and the other media companies based on antitrust, saying that it's making the market a little bit too mono like a monopoly basically. And this really combines into our class concept of regulation because it's a government agency, basically like the courts monitoring specific group of industries and companies with the laws. And lastly, I want to talk about Disney's position in the world in terms of globalization, because Disney's theme parks are doing really well right now. It's the number one theme park brand in the world, but that is because Disneyland Shanghai in particular had a 164% increase in attendance, while the US only had a 3% increase. So this means that Disney is really heavily involved in globalization. Its product source is basically global right now because the domestic is not doing as hot, but it's just taking what's in working in the US and just expanding it through the world. Definitely kind of using communication and like kind of allocation of different attention to the global market, which fits into the um, definition of globalization. Another thing is that it's moving US ideas of like IP such as like Star Wars or Marvel or like Frozen or like those Pixar characters, which are US concepts to Shanghai, which is China. So it's really expanding the global scope of those IP and those characters, which is part of the definition. And this shows that Disney is clearly a transnational media company, which are companies that have operations in two or more countries, and the resources are allocated evenly. For example, real estate being in Shanghai with the Disneyland as well. These are my sources, and thank you so much.